Throughout history, several notable inventions and innovations have been associated with tragic events involving their creators. From the Titanic ocean liner to experimental aircraft and modern airplanes, all of these were first inventions, and tragically, their inventors met their demise associated with them. In this video, we'll explore the lives of inventors who tragically died as a result of their groundbreaking inventions. Number 10. Stockton Rush. Tragically, Stockton Rush, the CEO of OceanGate Expeditions, died while operating his own submersible, the Titan. Stockton and 4 other people went missing during a June 2023 expedition to the underwater site, which was at a depth of 12,500 feet and was intended to explore the sunken RMS Titanic wreckage. Later investigations showed that the submersible had collapsed due to the intense pressure of the deep sea after being locked from the outside. It was later discovered that the Titan lacked proper regulatory approval or certification. Participating in the voyage could have resulted in severe consequences, including physical harm, emotional distress, or even loss of life. So, that happened. Former Titan passenger clarified that Stockton Rush's goal was not to promote leisurely sea voyages. Stockton wanted to democratize deep-sea exploration with the 20-foot-long Titan, and he invited people who were interested in science, history, and preserving the Titanic's condition to take part as mission specialists. 9. Thomas Andrews. Behind Stockton Rush's tragic fate, another maritime innovator, Thomas Andrews, stands as an example of a visionary whose own creation led to his demise. Andrews, the shipbuilder of the RMS Titanic, holds the distinction of being one of the most recent casualties among maritime inventors, having tragically lost his life due to his own work. He was a gifted naval architect who had a vision that could have prevented the disaster. Thomas Andrews proposed a crucial enhancement for the Titanic's safety by adding an extra row of lifeboats to ensure sufficient emergency accommodations. Despite his foresight, this innovative idea was rejected, leading to the ship sailing with inadequate lifeboats, a decision that had tragic consequences during the crisis. Thomas Andrews' legacy embodies selfless heroism as he guided passengers to safety during the Titanic's sinking. In his final moments, he prioritized others' well-being. Andrews represents innovation and sacrifice, symbolizing the intricate dynamics of maritime engineering and the profound consequences of decisions made in constructing monumental ships like the RMS Titanic. As we continue, I kindly invite you to subscribe to my channel and tap the notification bell for instant updates. Additionally, please consider sharing the video with others to help spread the word. Your support is greatly appreciated. Number 8. Jean-Franois Pilter de Rosier. In 1783, Jean-Franois Pilter de Rosier achieved the first untethered manned balloon flight. Tragically, in 1785, he also became the first person to die in an air crash when his hybrid invention, the Rosier balloon, crashed with his flight companion Pierre Romain. Despite this deadly incident, the Rosier balloon, utilizing hot air and helium, still finds use today. In 2016, Fyodor Konyukov set a world record for the fastest balloon circumnavigation by flying the same type of balloon around the world in just 11 days. 7. Franz Reiselt. Franz Reiselt, known as the Flying Tailor, met a tragic fate in 1912 when he attempted a daring experiment from the Eiffel Tower in Paris. As an inventor and dressmaker, Reiselt aimed to create a wearable parachute that could potentially save the lives of pilots in emergency situations. He had previously conducted successful tests using dummies, which led him to believe that his invention could work for a human as well. Reichelt's ill-fated experiment was conducted in front of a crowd of onlookers and the press, who were aware of his intention to test the parachute. However, what they didn't know was that Reichelt himself would be the test subject, not a dummy. As he stepped off the Eiffel Tower, his handmade parachute immediately folded in the air, failing to deploy as intended. The result was a gruesome fall to the ground, which tragically ended his life. Despite his unfortunate demise, Franz Reichelt's attempt to create a wearable parachute highlighted the risks and challenges associated with aviation and safety inventions during that era. His story serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of thorough testing and the potential dangers of unproven technologies. 6. Marie Curie. Marie Curie's groundbreaking contributions to science and her discovery of radioactive elements earned her unprecedented recognition, with Nobel Prizes awarded in both physics and chemistry. She achieved numerous milestones, becoming the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, the first person to win twice, and the sole recipient of Nobel Prizes in 2 distinct scientific fields. However, Curie's remarkable achievements were not without their consequences. Her pioneering work in radioactivity, a term she coined, ultimately played a role in her own downfall. Tragically, she developed aplastic anemia and passed away at the age of 66 in 1934. This fatal condition was later attributed to prolonged exposure to ionizing radiation, a hazard not fully comprehended during her lifetime. Despite her unwavering dedication to her research, Curie never openly acknowledged the toll that radioactivity had taken on her health. Remarkably, her daughter, Irene Joliot Curie, and son-in-law, Frederick Joliot Curie, who continued her work with radioactive materials, also succumbed to radiation-induced illnesses. Marie Curie's legacy remains a testament to the complexities of scientific exploration and the potential risks associated with groundbreaking discoveries. Number 5. William Nelson. William Nelson, born around 1878 or 1879, held the distinction of being both an American inventor and an employee of General Electric in Schenectady, New York. Tragically, on the fateful afternoon of October 3, 1903, in the state of New York, Nelson embarked on a test ride of a motorized bicycle of his own invention. Positioned on a hill opposite the residence of his father-in-law, William H. Sterling, Nelson set out to evaluate his creation's capabilities. However, the trial took a fatal turn as he lost control and fell from the motor bicycle. The impact of the fall led to his immediate and untimely demise at the young age of 24. William Nelson's promising life and potential contributions to the field of invention were abruptly cut short by this tragic accident, serving as a poignant reminder of the risks and uncertainties often associated with pioneering innovations. 4. Francis Edgar Stanley. Francis Edgar Stanley, commonly referred to as F.E. Stanley, held the role of an American entrepreneur. He is best known for being the co-founder, alongside his twin brother Freeland Oscar Stanley, of the Stanley Motor Carriage Company, a notable enterprise responsible for the creation of the pioneering Stanley steamer automobiles. The company's rocket car even set a land speed record of 127.6 miles per hour in 1906. Francis Edgar Stanley's life, unfortunately, ended tragically in 1918 in Wenham, Massachusetts, when he turned into a woodpile to avoid colliding with 2 farm wagons that were traveling side by side on the road. 3. Louis Yitz. A celebrated sculptor, Yitz mastered fiberglass, employing meticulous multi-layered painting akin to airbrushing with glitter elements. His remarkable contributions earned recognition, including the New Mexico Governor's Award and a Distinguished Alumni Honor from the University of Texas. Tragically, on June 13, 2006, Louis Yitz's life came to a sudden end due to a fatal accident that occurred within the confines of his Hondo, New Mexico studio. A significant portion of his ambitious artwork, Blue Mustang, towering at 32 feet in height and intended for display at Denver International Airport, broke free from its hoist. In the process, the detached section struck Yitz, causing a severe injury that led to the severing of an artery in his leg. This accident proved fatal, and the art world mourned the loss of the talented sculptor at the age of 65. In recognition of his contributions, Governor Bill Richardson of New Mexico issued a heartfelt tribute by ordering that flags across the state be flown at half-staff on June 15 and 16, 2006, to honor Yitz's memory and his significant impact on the world of art. 2. Otto Lilienthal. Otto Lilienthal, a pioneering German inventor, met a tragic fate as he fell almost 50 feet while piloting the first controllable glider. His experiments with gliders began in 1891, a mere 5 years before his untimely death. Lilienthal's relentless pursuit of heavier-than-air flight marked a pivotal moment in aviation history, setting the groundwork for the development of fixed-wing aircraft. Lilienthal's enduring legacy positions him as the father of flight, an inspiration to aviation enthusiasts and inventors worldwide. Notably, his groundbreaking work greatly influenced the Wright brothers, who credited his contributions as a significant source of inspiration for their monumental achievements in aviation. Number 1. Karel Sosik. Karel Sosik, a Czech professional stuntman living in Canada, made headlines in 1984 when he famously drove a barrel over Niagara Falls. Sosik, from Hamilton, Ontario, meticulously prepared for his risky feat by reading about previous attempts, testing currents with unmanned barrels, and dropping his barrel off the Niagara Escarpment in Hamilton to gauge shock absorption. On July 2, 1984, Sosek and his barrel were rolled into the Niagara River, ultimately surviving the plunge over the falls despite emerging injured. Tragically, during a subsequent stunt attempt from the Houston Astrodome, the prematurely released barrel hit the tank's rim instead of landing safely in the water, resulting in Sosek's severe injuries and eventual death. Thank you for watching the entire video. For more quality content, please subscribe to my channel.